All right. So if you see my screen, you will see something here. You know, as soon as I saw this picture, I was like, yes, this is the picture we're going to use for today's conversation. And this picture, if you look at it properly, you will see that is concrete. You can see that is a concrete floor, and there's a plant that is attempting to shoot out and grow out of the crack that is on the concrete floor. You know, if you ask anybody that can a plant grow on a concrete floor, the answer will be an absolute no, because the land is already sealed, nothing can happen. But here we can see that a little crack here gives an opportunity for a plant to grow. And that's what happens sometimes when you have a situation where it seems that everybody's fate is sealed. It seems as if nothing good can come out of here. It seems that the policies are not friendly. It seems that fuel prices have gone up. All of these things look like it is finished. Nothing good can come out of here. Okay, but today we want to have a conversation on how we can thrive even in tough times, how we can shoot out and sprout even in a situation where it seems like our fate, in quotes, okay, is sealed. Okay, we want to be able to look at this and say, how do we spring forth? How do we spring out, you know, within a system or within systems that seems to be designed to make it seemingly impossible? And that's what we're going to look at today. Yeah, so my first question today is, what happens in tough times? What are the things that characterize tough times? You see, inflation is at an all-time high. And if that is high, you know that everything else is going to be impacted negatively as a result of that. Interest rates are up the roof. They are high. So doing business in itself, you know, you try and do the calculation. Okay, if I take loan, you know, and interest rate is so high, how do I break even? How do I make profit? And how do I pay back? Okay, so those are things that characterize tough times. You have unfavorable government policies that almost want to stifle people's standard of living, you know, want to make doing business difficult, not friendly to the regular person. And then, of course, what happens as a result of all of that? When you look at it and you focus and you're like, wow, this, and this, okay? If you begin to take it in, you begin to allow it to get to you. The ultimate thing that characterizes our response to it is depression. Okay, but we're definitely not here today to talk about depression, because we are telling ourselves we are not going to take it in the way it's coming to us. We want to be able to, like that plant that is sprouting out of the sealed floor, we want to be able to spring out, you know, no matter the circumstance that we find ourselves. But it takes a kind of mindset. It takes a way to see things for us to be able to come out of where we are. Okay, so now the next question that I'd just like to ask us is, what happens to money in tough times? And I would like a little bit of a contribution here. What happens to money in tough times? You know, sometimes you say, there's no money and all of that. You now wonder, okay, what exactly happened to the money? Does money disappear in tough times or in periods that we call recessions? What happens? Either the monies disappear or the money changes hands. What happens? Can I have one or two people give me a response in the chat box? Is it that money disappears, like it just fizzles into thin air and disappears, it evaporates? Or does money change hands? What happens to money in tough times or in recessions? Can I have an answer in, okay, it doesn't circulate, okay? And financial people, they are speaking, money changes hands, okay? It doesn't circulate. So that means money changes address. That means it changes address. It doesn't fizzle out. It doesn't disappear. It changes hands. So which takes me to the crux of our conversation today. The crux of our conversation today is, okay, if money is not circulating as freely as it used to circulate, okay, Lady D say money flows more to the hands of those who are prepared. Oshe. money changes hands. So if money is not circulating as much as it used to circulate, or if it has changed address, if it has not fizzled out of circulation, what do you and I need to do? Or what do we need to have? Or what do we need to know? What do we need to begin to do to get, to ensure that the changing of address, my address is among where the money is moving to? What do we need to do? The first one, and which, sometimes you want to do a business meeting, I wonder, okay, do I talk about faith? But I guess, I don't think you can ever get anything done. You can never get anything off the ground. You can never get anything from point A to point B, except you believe. And that belief is a lot more required to be deeply rooted and enduring in tough times. So the first thing you need to have in tough times is enduring faith. And I did not just put ordinary faith there so that just believe. No, I am qualifying the faith that you need to have in tough times. And that is faith that endures. When you say, that woman tried, she really stood by her man. Tough times, rough times, distant times, she stood there. Yeah. Enduring faith means it would take some time of me believing and walking through for me to see what I desire. So the first thing, and I think is very foundational, is enduring faith. And that enduring faith in the midst of daunting circumstance needs to make me know that my problem or the challenge or what I'm seeing at this time is a phase. I need to understand that it is a phase. Whatever hitch, whatever challenge, it is a phase. And I'd better have the right perspective, which leads me to the second thing, which is positivity thinking. Yeah? Our positivity thinking brings enduring faith to my day-to-day life. Because I was thinking, okay, why don't I put positivity thinking and enduring faith in the same point? But I said, no, I'm going to put it separately, because positivity thinking, the opportunity for positivity thinking faces me every day. I face challenges every day. I face different things that want to make me just say, throw in the towel and say, I don't think my business is going to work. Positivity thinking is addressing it with a mindset that doesn't give up, a mindset that doesn't say, I don't think this is for me. I don't think I'm supposed to do this. I'm sure you have listened and watched, stories of people who excelled in spite of really tough times. Now, I'm talking about positivity thinking. I was talking about the fact that I saw a girl just before this meeting started. I went, myself and my family went for the birthday of a 70-year-old woman. So on our way there, we stopped there was a traffic light. We stopped at a traffic light. We're just waiting for it to turn green. And then there was this lady. Honestly, this lady was so positive. Her energy was so right. As in, she was selling biscuits, like cookies or something in traffic. But her, she just came to my window and said, sister is just looking wonderful. You said, our guy is even beside sister. You would think that she knows you from anywhere. She went to meet my husband. He said, this is, but I said, talking. This one is not just regular marketing. We could feel the positive energy coming out from her. Sometimes some people are just marketing you, but they're just marketing like, do, and bring her money. But her energy was just right. Everything. I was even saying, I didn't bring my purse, so I don't have cash. So by the time we were saying this and that, the traffic light had turned green and we moved. But I know that if we had stayed there for about 20, 30 more seconds, in fact, our daughter was in the car, she was saying, even me, her energy is even giving me, it's giving me ginger. And honestly, in these times, nobody wants to really hang around you if you are doing business as if all is finished. And I usually tell people, I've said it over and over again, that people will do business with you because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Definitely, I don't know that lady from anywhere. I cannot trust her because I don't know her. But the vibe that she gave me an opportunity to like her. All I needed was a few more seconds. I would have found a way to buy what she was selling. So in this season, more than ever before, it's not the time to wear your challenges on your head. There are certain things that if you live in Nigeria, it's common to all of us. Yeah, it's common to all of us. So, that's given. So everybody wants something, a breath of fresh air somebody that will be able to give them the vibe, you know, that makes them feel, okay, there's hope, or, you know, don't put your problems on your head, or all is well, that kind of thing. Okay, so positivity thinking is so important. And I put it aside of enduring faith because it affects our day to day, how we engage with people, how when people ask you, how you doing? And you say, go easy, man. I mean, that's like, it's not easy. Even if you have the money to spend, you're having to spend a lot more. So it's not easy. It's like the anthem that the average person is singing. So if they come to you and you give a vibe that sounds like, I'm drawn to you, they are more likely to want to do with you what you're doing. Okay? Yes, Dr. Ano says people won't do business with you if you are doing your business as though everything is finished. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that energy needs to be given. Like I have a young adults now. Your energy needs to be given. It needs to be given. That vibe needs to be good. It needs to be, I mean, they just want to just do stuff with you, you know? So enduring faith, positivity thinking, then creativity. And I'd like to dwell on this a little bit. Of course, I'm sure we all know that everybody that is doing business now wants to take their business to social media. Everybody wants to put it on Instagram. Everybody wants to put it on TikTok. Everybody wants to put it on Facebook. Everybody wants to do that, right? So increasingly, more content is coming on social media. Why will people stop and watch what you are playing? Why will people stop and look at what you're posting? Because you are adding creativity to what you're doing. You are doing what you're doing differently from other people. And in doing your business, especially in this season, when attention span is low, people are looking for what will catch their fancy, catch their interest. People don't want the regular stuff. So I need to put on my creativity cap and say, how do I attract my audience? How do I make fun with what I'm doing? How do I catch their attention in the first 5 seconds of maybe I'm doing a video of the post that I post, my first 2 lines is catching them. How do I ensure I do that? So people are already, I mean, in tough times, people are not, they don't want to read the post that you have put together as if you have put a valedictory speech or you have put a, whatever together. They want to be able to be drawn to you, a mixture of value that you're giving, humor, fun. They want to see that creativity. Okay, you have marketed them, but you have done it in a very exciting and fun way, and whether offline or all online, that is important. Okay, if I go to somebody and say, this is good for you, just buy it. No, maybe I get into the person I want to speak with, and I find them having a conversation. I add value to that conversation. I throw in a joke. I ask a question. I show that I'm involved in what they are saying. Then I can throw in what I have. For example, during the week, I had to go and buy something for my little boy. And when I got there, and we're bargaining and all that. So along the line, I think I saw the guy doing like this or something. So after we bargained, we agreed on price. I said, okay, I'll do a deposit and so on and so forth. So I just went to my booth and brought out 30 mils bitters. Then I looked at him again. I brought out the small balm and I gave him. He said, in fact, my legs have been aching me since. He started talking, this thing, what will I use it for? Blah, blah, blah. The guy called me yesterday. He said, looking here, I'm seeing the work. Yeah? This guy, I went to buy something from him. I spent my money. Yeah? But I'm not going to go past an opportunity. And I'm on point 4 now. Look for people's pain points and meet them. This is number 4 point I'm talking about here now. Look for people's pain points and meet them. This is so important. So, I mean, I could have said, shit, I'm going somewhere to go and spend money. Why should I be giving the person this and this as well? No. Yeah. So we need to be actively on the lookout. Now, people's priorities have generally changed. Maybe when you take food aside, then they will look at their health, maybe their regular bills and stuff like that. So in the course of my engaging with people, I need to be observant. I need to be discerning. I need to know exactly what to bring in and how to bring it in. So this, for me, is Of course, the initial ones I already spoke about are foundational. This number 4 point, which is looking for people's pain points and meeting them, is like the final straw that makes you be able to make the sales that you need to make. If you are marketing, just putting on your status, doing this and that, and you're not looking for people's pain points and meeting them, you will just be doing hit and miss. You're not going to be able to effectively address what people need. And that's why if you are here and all you're doing is posting things on your status, posting it on your Facebook, and you're not engaging with people every day, you are not doing business. In the course of your doing regular business, you have to actively be engaging with people. In your social media posts, you have to target, if you are doing maybe sponsored ads or whatever, you need to target it to ensure that you are addressing the people that you want to look at what you are offering. So it's important to ensure that you have enduring faith. That's the one that will take you through the tough times and bring you out. You have to have positivity thinking. Your energy has to be right. The vibe has to be positive. Creativity in how you present what you have. Okay, how it's different from other people. How, sometimes, I don't know whether it happens to you sometimes. You have spoken with somebody about maybe your product and they take and like, somebody has come to talk to me about this before. But the person was not even sounding like they knew what they were doing or were saying that what they were, So it's how I now communicate it that makes all the difference. And looking for people's pain points and ensuring that I meet them makes me to be able to effectively close the deal. Now, if you are here and you have listened through what I've spoken about, I want you to type in the chat box one thing that you will begin to do, one thing that you begin to pay attention to doing from now with regards to how you're doing your business. Based on what we've shared now, please type in the chat box something that you will begin to pay more attention to and begin to effectively do. And then, of course, I don't know about you, but in these times, you need to consume a lot of positive energy-giving information. Okay, for example, personally now, I am back to reading the book, Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. Okay, I'm already more than halfway done reading the book. If you are consuming negative news, people are saying it's not good around you, and that's all you're consuming, be sure that you are not going to last through the tough times. Okay, but if you are deliberate about what you take in, then you can crack through, you can crack through like that plant that cracked through the wall, as it were. Okay, so people are dropping comments, they will begin to do more of engagements. Engagement is so important. Okay, even though, of course, we know that sometimes, many times, people see what we post and they ignore, but we need to be deliberate about engaging people. Focus on pain points, that's important. Focus on pain points and address them. I'll pay my attention to be a creative and recognize people's pain points. Awesome. Emitting positive, that energy thing, people, some people will say, why are you so happy like this? I'm a miracle, I've just got something, whatever. It's just amazing. Same here, I just started reading the book. It's very important. Oh, same book, awesome. Pain points and addressing them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it doesn't matter what business you do. It doesn't matter what you do. People will do business with you. People will do stuff with you when they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Those three are important. It's not they know you. Some people know you, they will not do business with you. They will go and do a business with a stranger because they just like that stranger. The vibe that the stranger is giving them is giving, and they just like it. Okay, so it's not guaranteed that they know you is why they will do business with you. Engaging people and addressing people's pain points. Okay, pain points is the clincher. That just clinches it and ensures that you stay and remain in business. Okay, yeah. So I can see that we're making some solid decisions on things that we will begin to do.